A lot of people try to figure out what makes a leader effective. And at one level, the answer is very simple. It's not what you do, it's what you cause other people to do. And so effective leadership is less about your sets of skills and how your set of skills make other people better. It's a little bit like parenting. A good parent doesn't do things. A good parent helps their children become better. And good leaders today are not measured by their authenticity. They're measured by how their authenticity helps others be more successful. And so the measure of successful leadership is almost always not about what I know and do, but about how what I know and do helps somebody else know and do something better. Almost every organization we know has a leader on top. He or she has a good title, they have a role, they're a vice president or they're a president or they're the founder. Those individual leaders are critical because people look at them. But what we've discovered is successful organizations are not successful because of the leader on top. They're successful because there's a distillation of leaders all the way through the enterprise. So what we love to say is a good leader matters, but leadership all the way through the enterprise matters more. And the reason is simple. When the leader is present, work gets done. But when the leader leaves, if there's leadership, the work still gets done. Leaders matter, but leadership, or the cadre of leaders all the way through the organization, they matter even more. There are literally 1 million studies of what traits go into leadership. One of the things I love to do, and it's my background, and my PhD is in something called numerical taxonomy, which is a big word for simply what are the patterns? How do you find common patterns? So a few years ago, I spent a few months reading study after study and book after book. What is it that is common across these studies? We discovered 5 things. There are 5 basic things leaders have to know and do to do well. Strategy, set a direction. Where are we going? What's the future? Execution, get things done. Deliver results. Execute. Manage change. Be accountable. Managing people today. Helping my people feel good about themselves. Having the skills and abilities today. Managing my people tomorrow. Building the next generation. And then at the middle of all of that is what we call personal proficiency. My integrity, my trust, my physical energy, my social skills, my emotional skills. We have discovered that when leaders have those 5 sets of skills, they will be able to do the things that help their organization be successful. I love giving talks. And one of the questions I love to ask is, if we have great leadership, who will be affected? In almost every group I go to, 70 or 80% of the responses are the employees. And it's true. A good leader inspires his or her people, but that's not enough. A good leader should also inspire customers. So the customers of my company should be better and more connected because of the leader that we have. A good leader should also inspire my investors. An investor invests in a company to have confidence that they'll be successful in the future. Leaders build that confidence. A good leader should also build confidence in the community. One of my great close friends, Wayne Brockbank, is doing work with government agencies in the Mideast. And he says, your job as a leader is to build an organization that your children will be proud to work in. In other words, the community is what leaders create. So here's the takeaway. A good leader helps the employee, helps the organization, but also helps the customer, the investor, and the community. And when all of that network or ecosystem works together, leaders have a huge impact. There are ideas in this field that have a major impact. And sometimes we see research and we see studies, but I love the impact from a personal level. I was doing work at a company called Harley Davidson. They make motorcycles that are cool. And as part of my contract, they gave me a jacket, a Harley Davidson leather jacket. Our daughter, Carrie, was 17. She was a senior in high school. She was very sweet and kind and loving. One day, she wore my Harley Davidson jacket to school. She came home that night and she said, "Dad, there's guys at school that I did not know existed until I wore the jacket because they came and talked to me." I immediately took the jacket away because I said, "Carrie, we don't want you to meet those guys." And then I started to think about it. The jacket became a brand. When you wear a Harley jacket, it means something to other people. And so I started to study the research, and it's powerful. One of my friends, Len Schlesinger, went into an airport, and they sold coffee or food, but it had no brand. They then put a brand, a Starbucks or a coffee mug. The same coffee in the same spot sold 30 to 40% more. Brand has an impact. And so we began to look at the concept of brand at 5 levels. One level is the product. You have a product that has a brand. You have a pen, or you have a lighter, or you have glasses. The second level is the firm. So I don't just have a pen, I have a Mont Blanc pen, and the firm has a brand. The third level is that firm brand becomes your culture or your values inside. And that culture begins to connect our internal processes to our external brand. The fourth level is leadership brand. That leader action inside should be connected to the promises we make customers. And then the fifth level is the employee brand. When our brand goes across those levels, from a product to a firm to a culture to a leader to an employee, then you've got an alignment. And those are the companies that will be successful. Organizations create a leadership brand by starting with a simple question. What is it we want to be known for in the marketplace? What is it we want to be known for? It could be service, it could be low cost, it could be innovation, it could be geography. What is it we want to be known for in the marketplace? And then that external identity should translate into internal leadership behaviors. So what we love to do is we say, here's our marketplace brand. It shows up in videos, in advertisements, in commercials. Here's what we want to be known for. Here then is our leadership competency model. The skills our leaders should have. Do they overlap? Does our external promises to customers reflect our internal leadership competencies? When that overlap is high, leaders not only have a brand, their brand is the right one because it helps customers have more confidence in what they do. I love to coach leaders and to sit down with the leader and start with a simple question. What is it you want? What is your values? What are your strengths? What are your passions? What are your interests? By answering those questions, you begin to answer the next question. What is it you want to be known for? What's your brand? I have a friend. She is a wonderful magazine editor. She has a brand or an ability to put out a magazine every quarter that has a great idea, it has great images, it has great covers, and she now is known by everyone in that industry as a thoughtful, competent, talented producer of an exceptional magazine. She's created a brand because that's what she wants to be known for. And her brand becomes her reputation. It becomes her identity. And it shapes how people respond to her. They show her great respect and great dignity because she's got a brand that other people respect. And it starts with knowing what we want and then how that becomes our identity. Organizations have to win to survive. To win means you do something in the marketplace that your competitor cannot easily copy and that your customer values. Often to win, we try to say, I'm going to have the lowest price. Well, our competitor can quickly match our price. I'm going to have the best product. Well, our competitor can match our product. They can copy the features. I'm going to have the best service. Our competitor can match the service. The way we have found organizations win is by getting the right people. And a talent culture is when I attract the people that my customer will find value from. Where does that value come from? Those people innovate better, they provide better service, they manage productivity and cost, and the customer says, I want to do business with that company because their people give me what I need. My job as a leader is to create that talent culture, to make sure that the talent I have inside reflects my promises with my customer outside. Every once in a while, I have the chance to do something really exciting. I have the chance to speak to a group of executives who have strong faith. They're Christians and they believe in what they believe in. One of the messages to them is, leadership is not just about making money. Leadership is also about creating meaning. In creating meaning and purpose, leaders help employees become part of a community. But here's what's really cool. When an employee finds meaning and purpose from work, they're going to be more dedicated. They're going to be more productive. They're going to be more successful. They will better serve their customers. And suddenly, making meaning also makes money. It's not one or the other. And the great challenge that I think is important to teach leaders is when you make meaning with your employees, they then become a vehicle to help make money. And it's that success that allows long-term organizations to win.